Okay, so we have here our problem number 2 for the type 2 curve. We are asked to discuss and trace the curve whose equation is x squared y minus x squared plus xy plus 4x minus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. So the first thing that we are going to do is to take this to the general form para makita natin kung talagang siya ba ay type 2 curve. So, kukunin muna natin lahat ng may common na merong y. Ito yung mga yun. So, we have here y. For this, that is x squared. For this, that is x. For this, that is negative 2. And lahat ng mga x ay dalhin natin sa right side of the equation. So, this would be x squared minus 4x plus 4. So we have here y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4 over this, that is x squared plus x minus 2. And this is now our general form of our equation. So as we can see here, we have y is equal to a polynomial in x over a polynomial in x, so that would fall to the type 2 curve. And next thing is dadalhin natin siya sa factored form. So we have y is equal to, so for this, since this is 4, so meron tayong 2 times 2 or negative 2 times negative 2. But if we are going to sum this up, no, we have here 4 and this is negative 4. And we are looking for the negative 4. So negative 4 meaning, wait, this should be negative and negative. So meron tayo negative 2 and negative 2. Since meron tayong dalawang x minus 2, so that's x minus 2 squared. So for the numerator, that is x minus 2 squared. And for the denominator, as we can see here, we have negative 2. So yung factors ng negative 2 is we have 2 times negative 1 or negative 2 times positive 1. And for the sum, okay, so for this, we have positive 1. And for this, the sum is negative 1. And we are looking for the positive sum. No, that's positive 1. Ibig sabihin, yung factors natin is x minus 2, x plus 2 and x minus 1. So we have here x plus 2 and x minus 1. So ito na ngayon yung ating factored form. Okay. So let's start with the symmetry. No? Mamaya na lang natin pupuntahan yung domain at saka yung range kasi hindi pa natin masasagot yung domain and range. We're just looking at the equation, or since kahit alam naman natin na yung domain nito ay x should not be equal to negative 2 and positive 1, but later makikita rin kasi natin banda sa dulo, doon na natin siya ilalagay. So unahin natin yung symmetry. For the symmetry, if we are going to substitute the value of the x, no? Negative x to the value of the x. Kung makikita natin dito, dito, banda sa may 4x, mag-change na agad yung sign mo dyan. So, magiging positive 4x na to, kasi magiging negative to. So, there is no symmetry with respect to the y-axis. And for negative y, if we are going to substitute negative y to the y, ang mangyayari, magiging negative naman itong y. So we can say that there is no symmetry with respect to the x-axis. So since there is no symmetry with respect to the x and the y-axis, then there is no symmetry also with respect to the origin. So, for the factor in the numerator, kukulayan ko siya ng kulay blue. that is x minus 2 and x minus 2. And of course, we have the x minus 2 square. And this is our numerator. No? For the denominator naman, we have x plus 2 and x minus 1. And the product of x plus 2 and x minus 1 is our denominator. And for the y, it is just simply the numerator divided by the denominator. So, lagyan muna natin siya ng line. Kahit nung nag-aaral ako, iba-iba yung kulay ng ballpen ko para ma-distinguish ko ito at hindi ako malito. Kasi pag marami na masyado yung mga factors natin, nakakalito na siya kung sino ba yung nasa numerator at sino yung nasa denominator. Okay? So for this, we have here the x minus 2, that would be 0 at x is equal to positive 2. So, 0 siya dito at 0 din siya dito. And for this x plus 2 here, that would be 0 at x is equal to negative 2. So we have negative 2 here, and this would be 0 here. So, ito naman, magsi-0 siya, si x minus 1 at x is equal to 1. So, at x is equal to positive 1, this x minus 1 here would be equal to 0. Okay? So, balikan natin yung first factor. We have x minus 2. So, positive tayo sa kanan, negative naman tayo sa kaliwa. Same with this, positive to the right and negative to the left. So, for the numerator, what we are going to do is to multiply these factors. We have negative times negative is positive. So, this is positive, positive, 0, and positive. And for the denominator, we have here positive to the right, negative to the left. The same with this, positive to the right, and negative to the left. So, negative times negative here is positive because in the denominator, what we are going to do is to multiply these values na x plus 2 and x minus 1. So, this would be equal to 0. This is negative, 0 here. We have here positive. We have here positive. And for the value of y, what we are going to do is to divide these values here with this value. Kasi ito, yung numerator natin at ito yung denominator natin. So, wala na tayong pakialam dito at dito kasi ginamit lang natin sila para makuha natin yung sign, no, nung ating numerator at nung mga denominator natin. So, we have here positive divided positive is positive. We have here positive divided by 0, that is infinity. We have positive and negative, so that's negative. Positive and 0, so that is infinity. Positive and positive, so that is positive. 0 divided by positive is 0. And positive divided by positive is positive. So from this information, we can now answer the idea, no, of the intercepts. So with this, we can say that our x-intercept is the location where our value is equal to 0. So that's 2, no? So doon natin makikita, lahat ng magsi-0 banda sa dulo is the location of our x-intercept. So therefore, the x-intercept here, pangalanan ko nilang siyang A, is equal to 2. And of course, the coordinate of that is 2, 0. So for the y-intercept naman, from the original function, what we are going to do is to substitute 0 to the value of the x, no? So, kung babalikan natin dito, if this would be equal to 0, this is 0, 0 na rin to, 0 na rin yan. So, matitira ay 4 divided by negative 2. So, that is negative 2, no? So, we have here negative 2 kasi yan ay 4 divided by negative 2. Okay? So, we already have the value of our x and the y-intercepts. So, how about the asymptote? For the asymptote, since this is type 2 curve, this is asymptotic, lahat ng nakikita natin na merong infinity dito sa final answer natin is our vertical asymptote. No? So, we have for the vertical asymptote, the equation is x is equal to negative 2 and x is equal to 1. Yun yung location ng mga vertical asymptotes natin. How about our horizontal asymptote? So, balikan natin ito yung original function natin, no? In the general form. So, mas madaling computein yung ating horizontal asymptote if we are in the general form. So, since this is our general form, makikita natin dito na the highest degree of exponent is x squared. So, we are going to divide everything by x squared. So, by dividing everything by x squared, then we can see that y is equal to, so that would be 1 minus 4 over x plus 4 over x squared. And for the denominator, we have here 1 plus 1 over x minus 2 over x squared. And we are going to take the limit of x, no, as x approaches infinity. No? So, taking the limit as x approaches infinity, this would be 0. 0 na rin to. 0 na rin yan at 0 na rin yan. So, we have here 1 over 1. So, we could say that our horizontal asymptote has the equation of y is equal to 1. So, this is our horizontal asymptote. Okay? So, kung i-graph natin to, punta muna tayo kay intercept. Yung intercept natin ay 2, 0. So, meron tayo dito x-intercept. And for the vertical asymptote, we have the vertical asymptote at x is equal to 1. So, i-read ko na lang din siya. So, this is 2. So, at x is equal to 1, we have here our vertical asymptote. And the equation for this is x is equal to 1. And that x is equal to negative 2. We have here our another vertical asymptote wherein this has the equation of x is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, how about the y-intercept? For the y-intercept here, our y-intercept is located at 0, negative 2. No? So, at 0, negative 2, doon naman natin makikita yung ating y-intercept. Okay. So, next. Ang ilalatag natin is our horizontal asymptote. Our horizontal asymptote is y is equal to positive 1. So, dito natin siya makikita. Ngayon, aalamin natin kung meron bang point na nag-touch kay horizontal asymptote. Kasi, based on our previous discussion, I said na there is a tendency na magkaroon tayo ng pagtawid sa graph natin in the horizontal asymptote. Pero sa vertical asymptote ay never, no? Never siyang magta-touch. Pero sa horizontal asymptote ay may possibility na mag-touch siya, no? So, aalamin natin saan banda, no? Since y here is equal to 1, i-substitute natin siya doon sa original equation natin, no? So, our original equation is this. Kung makikita natin sa general form, aalamin kasi natin yung value if y is equal to 1, no? From the general form, y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x squared plus x minus 2. No? So, itong y ay pinalitan ko ng 1 because y is equal to 1 dun sa computation natin. So, we have here x squared plus x minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. So, alis na ito, cancel na sila. And we have here 4x, lipat natin sa kabila. So, 4x plus x. Tapos, ito, lipat natin sa kabila. So, that's 4 plus 2. So, we have here 5x is equal to 6. So, x is equal to 6 over 5. So, we can say that at the coordinate of 6 over 5, comma 1, dito magkocross yung ating horizontal asymptote. So, to be exact, our 6 divided by 5, that is approximately 1.2. So, at x is equal to 1.2, no? At x is equal to 1.2, 1.2 comma 1, no? Andito yun. Kung ito ay 1, ito yung 2, ang 1.2 is somewhere here, no? Somewhere here ay magkocross, no? Sa ating horizontal asymptote yung ating graph, no? Kasi nakita natin dito that at 6 over 5, comma 1, we have our point, no? So, may point tayo dyan. At kung titingnan natin dito, at x is equal to negative 2 to the left, no? From the general nito na mukha, we have the positive sa scope natin, no? Since positive yung scope natin, then we can say na wala tayong graph here at the negative area. Okay? And in between the negative 2 to positive 1, we have negative value. So, wala tayong graph dito sa positive na area. And in between our 1 to 2, positive tayo dyan. So, from 1 to 2, yan ay walang value sa negative, no, na side. Okay? So, kahit hindi nyo na ito gawin, yung ginagawa ko, okay lang. Ito lang kasi for the sake of the discussion para alam natin kung saan tayo mag-draw ng ating graph. Okay? So, we have the positive value at the negative infinity, no? From negative infinity to negative 2. So, we can say na yung graph natin dito is approaching our horizontal asymptote and approaching our vertical asymptote. So, never silang magta-touch. Lalapit lang siya ng lalapit pero never siyang magta-touch sa asymptote natin. And for this, no, negative siya from negative 2 to positive 1. So, ibig sabihin dito, hindi rin siya nag-touch, no, dito sa ating x-axis kasi as you can see, wala tayong x-intercept in between the negative 2 to the positive 1. But we just have here the y-intercept, no? So, sabihin, umangat lang siya dito ng konti, hindi siya umabot sa x-axis natin, tapos bababa na siya doon sa ating, no, papalapit ng papalapit sa vertical asymptote. The same with this, no? Papalapit ng papalapit doon sa vertical asymptote natin, pero never siyang magta-touch, no? And you can determine this value here of the maximum, no, maximum value using the idea of the first derivative, or in the first derivative is equal to 0, yung ginagawa natin kanina sa previous problem natin. And for this, positive daw yung value niya in between negative 2, in between the 1 to positive 2. So, sa pagitan ng 1 at saka ng 2, positive siya. Pero ito kasi siya, magkocross siya diyan, no? Positive siya lahat. And so, since positive siya lahat, in here, x-intercept kasi to, so bababa siya dito kay x-intercept. Tapos, yung idea kasi, since dapat lalapit siya ng lalapit dito sa ating asymptote, so papalapit lang siya ng papalapit sa vertical asymptote. Dito naman, babalik lang siya, lalapit ulit siya dito sa ating horizontal asymptote. Tapos hindi na ulit siya tatawid doon kasi as we can see in our previous computation, isang beses lang siyang tumawid wherein ito yon yung point na to, which is 6 over 5, 1. Okay? So this is the graph for our function y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x squared plus x minus 2. Now, we will answer the remaining properties. Ano pang hindi natin nasagutan, no? Nag-end tayo with the asymptote, so that's letter C. So, letter D natin dito is our domain, no? For the domain, as we can see here, lahat ng values ay meron maliban dito sa negative 2 and positive 1. So we can say that any value of x such that x is not equal to negative 2 or positive 1. Kasi po, asymptotic yung part na yon. Or we can say that any value of x such that our x is an element of the set from the negative infinity up to negative 2, union of the set from the negative 2 to positive 1, union of the set from positive 1 up to the positive infinity. So medyo masalimuot lang yung mukha. Pero as we can see here, parenthesis yung ginamit ko dito, ibig sabihin, hindi kasama si negative 2 at si 1 doon sa ating domain. Yun lang naman yung ibig sabihin. Ito lang rin yun. And how about our range? So for the range, kung titingnan natin, lahat ng values natin ay meron, no? Maliban dito sa part na wala tayong graph. May part kasi na wala tayong graph dito. Yan. Dito. Wala tayong graph dyan. So, ang gagawin natin para makuha natin yung range natin is to compute, no? Doon sa, kukumpute natin yung value, no? Maximum value para makita natin hanggang saan lang ba meron yung graph. Kasi dito sa graph na yan ay hindi yan part ng range natin. No? Kasi as you can see, from the x is equal to, the y is equal to 0 here up to the positive y, no? Infinity y. May graph tayo dyan hanggang sa taas. Tapos may graph din tayo simula dito sa point na to hanggang makarating tayo dun sa pinakababa. Pero dito, sa part na to ay wala tayong graph dito. So, gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung first derivative ng function natin. So, we have your y is equal to y prime rather. Sulat ko muna ulit. That's x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x squared plus x minus 2. So, if we are going to recall the idea, no, nung derivative of u over v, that's b u minus u dv over b squared, diba? So, from this, ay kukunan muna natin ang derivative ng numerator. If our u is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4, so if we are going to take the derivative for this, our du is equal to 2x minus 4. And for the v, no, yung denominator natin, we have x squared plus x minus 2. So our dv is equal to 2x plus 1. So for the derivative y prime is equal to v du. So our v is x squared plus x minus 2. Du is the derivative of the numerator, that is 2x minus 4. And u dv, our u is x squared minus 4x plus 4, and the derivative of the denominator is 2x plus 1, and we have to take the square of the denominator, that is x squared plus x minus 2 square. And challenge ito So, gagawin natin. Ang gagawin natin is, so for this part here, for that part, no, we have the x squared plus x minus 2 times 2x minus 4. So, para dito, that is 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x. And for this, that's negative 4x squared. Ito times yan, that's negative 4x. And that is positive 8. So we have here 2x cubed minus 2x squared minus 8x plus 8. Para pala nandito. No? Para dito naman sa isa, we have the x squared minus 4x plus 4 multiplied by 2x plus 1. And we have here 2x cubed minus 8x squared plus 8x. And for this, we have x squared minus 4x plus 4. And we have 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 4x plus 4. And for the denominator, so for the numerator, we have this 2x cubed and 2x cubed. So meron tayong 4x cubed. And we have negative 2 and negative 7. So meron tayong negative 9x squared. And we have here negative 8 and positive 4. So we have here negative 4x and 8 plus 4, that is positive 12. Okay? So, para din sa denominator natin, no? Kahit hindi na natin i-expand yung denominator natin, kasi what we have here is y prime is equal to 4x cubed minus 9x squared minus 4x plus 12 over our denominator, which is x squared plus x minus 2 squared. Since we are going to equate this into 0, kasi ang assumption natin doon, our first derivative is equal to 0, then our denominator will be multiplied to 0. That would be 0. So it would be a waste and time kung tayo ay mag-e-expand pa ng denominator natin. Kasi magsisiro lang din siya, no? Pero kung sa exam, ginawa mo yun siya, nag-exhibition ka, pakitang gilas ba, pagod-pagod ka lang. Pero I would give you siguro mga 10 palakpak. Ayan. That is equal to 0. Ngayon, ang kukunin natin is the root of the equation. So we have equation 5, and that is 4. So 4, tapos that is negative 9, and we have here negative 4, and for the constant, we have 12. And this is negative 1.1, tapos 2, at saka 1.36. No? So, isa-isahin natin. X is equal to negative 1.1. Tapos, x is equal to 2. Tapos, x is equal to 1.36. No? Kung makikita natin dito, at x is equal to 2, isa ito sa minima and the maxima point. No? Ayan kasi yan. X is equal to 2, minimum point yan eh. Dito sa taas, yung pinakamababang point is this. No? Kasi pagdating dito, bumaba siya. Umakyat ulit siya doon. So, itong nakuha natin na x is equal to 2, no, ay isa sa mga points, no, na maximum. And, ang hahanapin kasi natin dito ay yung point sa pagitan ng 1 at saka ng negative 2. No? Sa pagitan ng 1 at negative 2, ito yung point natin. No? Yan. Yan yung point natin. Negative 1.1. While the 1.36, si 1.36 kasi lies somewhere here. No? Nandito yun siya banda sa may ano. Nandito banda. So, there's a tendency na galing doon sa may ano, galing dito. Parang gumanon yung function natin. May isa pang maximum point doon. No? Pero hindi yun yung concern natin. Yung concern natin is the number between this 1 papuntang negative 2. Wherein ito yun, yung negative 1.1. So, siya yung aalamin natin. So, if x is equal to 1.1, balikan natin yung ating original equation. No? Since ito yung original equation natin, i-substitute natin dyan yung x is equal to 1.1. Negative 1.1. So, we would have here, so we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x squared plus x minus 2. So, calc natin yung negative 1.1. And we have here, ayan, negative 5.08. So, ibig sabihin, itong coordinate na to, ito to, yung highest point, yung maxima natin, ay may coordinate na negative 1.1, comma, 5.08. So, the negative yun. Ayan sa calculator, negative siya. So, negative 5.08. Kung makikita natin dyan, yung highest point natin dito is negative 5.08. So, ano yung implication nun? Para masagot natin yung range natin, our range is any value of y such that y is not an element of the set from the negative 5.08 up to 0. No? So, yung value simula dito sa highest point, no? Ito yan. Yung value simula dito sa highest point na yan, hanggang dito, yun ay hindi kasama sa range natin. No? So, lahat ng value from the negative 5.08 pababa, tapos dito galing ng 0 pataas, yun lang yung may range tayo. So, pwede natin sabihin na yung range natin is any value of y such that y is an element of the set from the negative infinity up to negative 5.08 union of the set from 0 up to the positive infinity. No? So, mas magandang tingnan ito kaysa dito sa isa. Okay? So, nasagot na natin lahat ng mga properties para dito sa equation na to.